Hey, welcome back to Trucking California with Velox 18. I hope you didn't mind starting out the video with just some driving footage, because I'll be honest, that's how I started out my day. I rolled out of bed at the Walmart DC in Los Lunas. Las Lunas? I don't know how to say that. It's Los, but then it's Lunas. So then it doesn't make any sense, all right? Don't make no sense. But anyway, so I left New Mexico. We've put in 500 miles already in about 7 hours, a little over 7 hours. So we've been running, and now we're gonna go ahead and get some lunch. We got some fuel already. We're gonna get some lunch, gonna get some stuff in our belly, and we're trying to make it all the way into California today, man. We're trying to put down 700 miles. So luckily we got 75 miles per hour for a while longer before we get to California, and we get stuck on the double nickel 5.5. But anyway, never mind all that. We're gonna roll the music, and then we're gonna keep on rolling down the road. So we're gonna roll the music, roll down the road. You guys good with that? I'm good with that. I'm hungry. All right, roll the music. So we made it over here to Ontario, and it was about 750 miles, guys, in 11 hours, and I made it legitimately. Well, maybe the speed wasn't so legitimate, but most of it was that I could go 75 most of the way. From the time I left there until I got to the California border, it was 75 all the way, man. So I was hammered down. I burned up a lot of fuel, and we got here. And we got here so that we could take 10 off, get our load, and get down to Bakersfield so that we can get the load off the truck as early as possible. I have a 10:30 appointment at the Walmart distribution center in Shafter, which is just south of, just north of Bakersfield. And we got all the noises right now. Airplanes, motorcycles, trucks. It's a transportation hub. All right, I think everything passed me by now. Oh, they left their doors open, and it's like loaded to the very, very back. Like the pallets are hanging off. That's so scary. Gosh, I hope they don't drop some of that load. They're just driving. All right. Well, anyway, I'm actually gonna have to take a nap because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I tried, but it backfired on me. So we're gonna do the same thing again today. It probably backfire on us again today, but we're gonna get as much sleep as we can, and then deliver this load in the morning to Walmart distribution center in Shafter, and then go to the family reunion. So that's the plan. All right, let's figure out some food and some sleep. That's what we gotta do. Went and got some Farmer Boys, and 1.1 miles away. So the 1.1 to get there wasn't too bad, but walking back on a full tummy kind of sucks. But you know, it was good. It was worth it. And I need the exercise, so it's all good. I'll give you a glimpse into the mind of Nick right now, though, because the girl who took my order, she has a really cool name, and I won't tell you her name because it's so unique. I don't want anyone to find her and stalk her. But it ends in Sania with an ñ. For those of you who don't know, an ñ in Spanish is the N with a little squiggly line above it. and it changes the sound quite a bit. It's its own unique letter with its own unique sound. It's not an N, it's an Inye. And so her name ends, the last 4 letters are C-E-N-Y-A. So it's Senya. And it makes her name really pretty. But on the name tag, they don't have the Inye. They only do the N. So it makes it Cena, like John Cena. So it's a little like not as pretty. And so this is where my mind goes, right? I'm sitting there, I'm listening to Tyler Childers on the radio, and you know, I'm like digging it, and then my mind just starts wandering, and I'm like, what if Mexico didn't have a regular N, and all they had was the Inye, and I had to go to Mexico, and everyone just mispronounced my name all the time, and I was Inyik Jinyik Kinyans. Like, that would kind of suck, right? Hey Inyik, hey Inyik, Inyik Jinyik Kinyans. And that's what my name would be if it was all Inyes. I got a lot of N's in my name. But anyway, so kind of makes you think though, kind of sucks because a lot of people I'm sure mispronounce her name because, you know, it's spelled wrong on her name tag because they don't have the Inye. So farmer boys, get a dang Inye for the girl so people can stop calling her John Cena. All right, I gotta go to sleep, man. We'll get loaded over here once it gets dark. 0 dark 30 is when we're gonna get loaded. All right, we are gonna go check in. It's a little after 1 o'clock. Man, I was sleeping super hard. Yesterday, I really only slept when we were unloading in New Mexico. I really only slept for about an hour and a half of that because I kept kind of like half sleeping, waiting for them to unload me. You know, because you can't feel it when you're disconnected at Walmart. You don't know when they're going in and out of the trailer. So I kept waking up, looking at that green and red light, trying to see when they were unloading me. And of course I slept. The only hour and a half I slept was the hour and a half where they actually unloaded me and then whatever. But anyway, so right now I slept for a good like 3.5 hours, and I woke up all panicked like I had slept through my alarm and that I was late for my appointment, but I wasn't. But this is what I talk about when I'm tired. I give the sleep report when I'm tired. You can ask my wife or my friends or my parents. I talk about sleep way too much. It's like you guys are getting like a glimpse of what it's like to be like a real life friend of Nick right now. I give the sleep report. I don't know why people put up with it. I would hang up on me. I'd be like, yeah, that's enough talk of how many hours of sleep you did or didn't get, or, you know, all that bull crap. But there's a guy walking in the middle of the street and he's like not in a hurry. He's wearing his reflective shirt though. Everyone's parked to the right and no one's in the dock. There's one truck over there in the dock. Everyone else is over here waiting. That's not really a good sign. Or maybe it's a really good sign. Maybe they're holding everyone up just so that they can load me. Because I'm special. Probably not. Yes, I don't really know why there's so many people sitting around over here though. It's kind of unsettling to me. Because what you do is you come over here and you get checked in. And last time I was here, they let me check in and get loaded like, I don't know, freaking way early. So if they're not letting guys check in early, like I don't really understand why. Like what we're dealing with right now as far as the schedule goes. All right, we're gonna go in there and check it out. All right, we got checked in. Went in, gave her my number. She said, okay, open your doors, back up into door 25. So I don't know what y'all are waiting for, but I got a door. I don't know, that's crazy. I wonder if they're already all loaded. Or maybe their appointments are just so far into the future. So, cool, let's go get in this door. Get loaded. All right. We're looking good on the temperature, and we're loaded up. It's 2:30. So we did a good job. Oh, and he already used a load lock here to secure it. But I'm gonna climb up here and just double check, make sure that it's a secure lock, because ultimately it's my responsibility. So I appreciate him doing it, but you know, I gotta be sure. Oh, but everything's good. You put one across the top of the 2 pallets there, and then one across the back here, so it's kind of weird. But yep, it's a heavy load. I didn't know what the weight was, but it's pretty heavy. Oh, and I left the seal in the cab. I gotta go up here and get my seal and seal this stupid thing up. All right, and we are sealed up. All right, let's get on down the road. Alright guys, so we made it here to the Walmart DC just 4.5 hours before our appointment. So I'm gonna tuck in, take another little nap, and then we're gonna go and make this delivery. And we're exactly 8.5 miles from my aunt and uncle's house where the family reunion is gonna be held. So yeah, we'll talk more about this load and the numbers and all that good stuff once I wake up and we make the delivery. Alright? It's dark still. It's gonna be good for my napping. Darkness is good. I like it. All right, good morning guys. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I took a little nap out here. Obviously the sun came up. So we're gonna go and we're gonna try and get checked in. It says our appointment's at 10:30, but I have a bad feeling. They messed up, not messed up, but they wrote down an earlier time than my my loading appointment. They told me it was a 2 o'clock appointment and it was a 2:30 appointment. So they're one of the brokers that does that. They want to make sure you're on time, so they tell you an earlier time than what is actually there. So if they did that to me here, it's going to be even later before I can check in.
But I'm trying to check in 2.5 hours early anyway. I'm gonna make them turn me around. I'm not gonna just sit out here waiting. I got plans. I got things to do. So I'm gonna make them make that decision on this truck that they don't want this stuff in it, delivered yet. I get that in general they only want people to be here no more than an hour early. They won't check you in, but that's what people said about that the place that we delivered to down in New Mexico. And when I got there, my what time was my delivery appointment over there? 2:59 a.m. was actually a 4:30. So hour and a half, and then I was showing up, an hour before that one, actually a little over an hour. So it was like 2 hours and 45 minutes before my appointment time. They checked me in. So I figure, let's just get in line and see what happens. You never know. All right, let's see. Hold on. We're waiting for another truck, so it's gonna be a minute. All right, so we're getting turned around. It was worth the shot. All right. So we'll go out, we'll park out front again, and we'll go through the numbers, and we'll run through what we're doing on this load, so that we'll be ready to rock and roll in here right at 9:30, maybe a little before. Make them turn me around a second time. All right, so while we wait out here in front of the Walmart distribution center, we're going to run through the numbers for this load, and then also for the week. We got to recap the week a little bit. So as soon as I booked that load to New Mexico, I started looking for a load that came here to Shafter. It's 8.5 miles from my aunt and uncle's house, which is where the family reunion is going to be held. And so I just said, hey, I'm going to be getting back to California around Saturday. I'd like to get a load going to Shafter Saturday morning, and that way I can get over to the family reunion but still make some money, because I need some money. And so the Great Freight Race, I gotta catch up to these guys, man. So I booked this load for $1,200 coming from Ontario to Bakersfield, Shafter, which is 170 miles. So it's about $7.05 a mile for the loaded miles, but we got to do something with those 750 miles of deadhead back from New Mexico. So if we put them on this load, it would take me down to $1.30, because we did 750 miles. So that'd be what, 920? Yeah, 920. So that would be $1.30 per mile. And well, I don't really want to do that. That's not going to be good, for the clickbait on the title. Or maybe it would be. Everyone would be like, oh, he sucks. He doesn't know how to negotiate rates. Meh. Everyone would click on it. But anyway, I don't want to do that. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to say, for the trip out to New Mexico and then the trip back, it was 1,655 miles, 1,655 miles, and I made $6,305 to the truck, which is an average of $3.81 per mile. So that's what I was looking at when I booked the load. I knew I was going to deadhead out of New Mexico, because it's terrible in New Mexico and Arizona. There's nothing there. And whatever is there is like $1 something a mile. So I might as well come back to Ontario empty and still get $1 something a mile down here to Bakersfield. Hopefully make it to my, as long as everything goes okay inside, we'll make it to our family reunion without, being too late. So that's kind of, I think we did pretty good on this trip. But that got us to this point in the week, which I'm stoked on this week. I know, other people have had way better weeks than this, but I haven't. All right, and with the way that I run my truck and in the lanes that I run, and the way that I'm learning the game as I go, having a $12,655 week to the truck is pretty stinking amazing. I'm like, yeah, that's the goal now. That's the goal. Got to beat that every week now. But that was on 5 loads, and remember, it was in 7 days, because we started Sunday afternoon, and we're not going to get done until Saturday around probably noon. So we're going to be on pretty much 7 days exactly. So it was a long week. We put in most of our 70 hours, but $12,655 on 3,090 miles for a rate per mile of $4.10 per mile. So I'm good with that. I'm stoked on that. I'm excited for that. If you want to know what my net numbers are, and then make sure if you want to know how I'm doing in the Great Freight Race, you're gonna have to catch the lives, which are gonna happen Sundays during the Great Freight Race, and we're gonna review this week 2, about 8 days from now. So if you're watching this on the day that I post it, which is gonna be Saturday the 4th, then you are gonna want to wait until next Sunday to catch the live and see how I stacked up this week against everyone else. Because I'll be honest, man, Nomad Trucker killed it last week. Like, he could take a couple weeks off and I still probably wouldn't catch up to him. So we got some ground to make up. So hopefully this week got us a little bit of ground back. But yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Let's get in here and get our load off. I think it's almost about that time for us to get checked in. An hour before our appointment. I know, all right? I know. Walmart, only an hour before you, I know. All right? Forget you guys. All right, we got in here, and they're unloading me right now. So, I mean, I've been in here for about 45 minutes, but they're unloading me pretty quick. So hopefully the counting doesn't take too long of the product, and I can get the heck out of here and go see the family. Hopefully. All right, we are totally out of here. It is 11:20. So we checked in. By the time we actually got through the gate, it was like 9:45. So these guys did this in like an hour and a half and got me out of here. So I'm on my way. We're out of here. We're gonna go eat some pulled pork. Tomorrow's tri-tip, and I don't know what else is gonna go on. Bocce ball. I don't even know. But I'm pulling out onto a road, and I gotta put my phone down before someone gives me a ticket, a YouTube ticket.